all of these EU players coming up. I'm so excited. We actually have the Ness player, S1, going up against Captain Zack. S1 is actually, you know, it's just a clash of Midwest and Europe right now, and it looks like S1 is just making the gauntlet run right now.
It makes me happy to see that, because that's exactly what we were hoping for, is that we wanted to see the best of Europe versus the best of America.
And speaking about the best of the best, make sure you guys are actually checking out the UR stream. We're seeing Gluttony going up against Darkshad as well.
Yeah,
so
but don't leave us.
Don't leave us, because we got another great set coming up as well.
multitwitch.tv/unrivaled tournaments / events to compete.
Exactly.
That's what you got to do.
There we go.
And if you don't like us talking, you can, of course, hit up my guys Script and Broza over on the UR. So, but what is happening right now, in case you're wondering, we have Darkshad versus Gluttony, 2 games apiece, so that is going down to the wire.
Game 5.
Here we have S1, who is one of the absolute top best players out of the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And he is known for being an excellent Ness.
Yeah, a great Ness. And somehow, Slam Shady, I just want to call this out, he has been the man to find every Ness that comes into the Midwest and team with them.
That's funny.
So he actually got his little hand in, and I think they did a pretty good job in teams, but right now we're in singles. So.
Yeah, and so Captain Zack, I mean, one of the most infamous players in Smash. You like him or you hate him, but you got to respect him. And his Bayonetta, often considered one of the absolute best in the world. He's had some recent competition, you know, like Lima, like Tyroy. Those guys have been putting in a strong work, but Captain Zack's still the one to beat right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely a Bayo that you do not want to sleep on at all.
The interesting thing about S1, though, is what I want to see is that he is one of the most creative players at finding punishes and also stalling to give himself a little bit more time and to make their opponents show their hands. So,
for sure.
Oh, wow, but that was an early one there.
Man, up
45 seconds into the match.
Up air. Did not even need the full ladder to confirm that one. That's just what happens whenever you're up there so high. Just S1 flying a little bit closer to the sun, and Captain Zack, excuse me, is actually going to take that stock. I like the pressure coming from the PK Thunder from S1, but it looks like Captain Zack's going to get a quick punish on that as well, and also going to gain stage control. And now once again into a bad position with that ladder.
This is just a bad position to be in if you're S1. Yep. To be able to pull off these creative punishes and creative stalls and everything to sort of get your opponent out, you got to at least be tied with him. You got to, you know, kind of keep your edge in the battle. Now, same thing we said with Zanotto, it's Captain Zack's game. He can do whatever he wants to do, whatever he needs to do to kind of get this. So, you know, if one of those creative punish opportunities, arises, thank you. It's gonna, well, that's always a good punish opportunity.
That's just, you know, you need to take the stock, man.
That's not, yeah, that's not creative. That's like page
that's
one.
Bread and butter, man.
That's page 1 of the Ness handbook is back throw.
Ness, just back throw. You open up the book and it's just one page that says back throw. He said, "How do I learn? What is the art of Ness, Aiza?" And it's back throw.
To finish my thought though. The reason that it's tough to do it when you're behind is that if you happen to mess up one of those creative punishes, you could die.
They're creative for a reason, man. You never see them because they're high-risk, high-reward situations. And it definitely looks like S1 wants to go for it, but he's just not in the position.
Captain Zack just has too solid of a defense right now.
And with a character like Bayonetta in his arsenal, he is just going to be able to hold on to his advantage and hold S1 onto the stage for as long as he wants to.
And it's like, I mean, even if S1 gets some grabs right now, it's not going to matter because one time he finds himself, you know, in the air, that could spell doom. 150%, that's like one up B to like an up air, and then it's over.
And speaking about creative punishes, it looks like Captain Zack right now is trying to fall in with that falling afterburner kick, but it looks like he's missing just barely. I want to see what he's going to follow up with whenever Ness is such a high percent.
And there's been a couple of times that I could see S1 wanting to try and go for like a PK Thunder 2, and it's not there for him.
Yeah, you see like the way he's trying to arch everything. Oh my goodness, Gluttony is insane. I'm sorry, I had to say that. Holy cow!
Wow, Gluttony not only won,
oh my!
Not only popped off, but literally Olympic long jumped off the stage.
That was the biggest jump I've ever seen.
Like, I'm not even kidding.
What is with Wario's and jumps today, man?
I don't know, man. I just saw, because there's what, from like the edge of the stage to where we can see.
That was like an easy 4 feet.
Oh yeah, that was like closer to like 6, 7.
And if you're Captain Zack or S1 right now, you are probably wondering what the hell just happened.
Right, because they're both on the same stage. They're both chilling like right next to each other. So that's, I mean, luckily they kind of waited to start this game until the pop off was over. But we're gonna make another return to
Town and City.
To Town and City.
And just like you said, man, a crowd favorite right now for this whole bracket. They're just going to keep it moving along. Captain Zack is insane on these platforms. Great punish, and he's at 27% or 28%.
I think you could have probably ended that sentence at Captain Zack is insane.
Yeah, he definitely is, man. And it looks like right now he's just playing the spacing game up against S1. S1 trying to find an opportunity with a backer. There's that PK2, but Captain Zack, knowing better, is just going to wait and shield to get this amazing punish.
It's like you always know when a Ness is getting beat up because you just hear
yeah, you just hear that.
And
but the real question is like, which one do you not want to hear? Bayonetta's yell or Ness's yell?
Ness, because it makes me feel bad that they're beating up a child.
He just has a sideway cap on, man. He's here for a good time.
Right.
He's just kidding. He has a yo-yo and a baseball bat, and we have this witch lady with guns
like
on all limbs.
Yeah, you have like a kid that brings stuff to a family picnic, and then an infernal witch with supernatural powers. It's like, oh, but that's
great pickup.
Speaking of classic Ness stuff.
Yeah, man, what Nesses are always so quick to just pick up on those PK1 follow-ups.
And that's actually what we saw a little bit earlier from Spencer, trying to take down another Bayonetta. So, I mean, Nesses know how to fight Bayonetta. It's just sort of, how can you deal with such a full toolbox?
Yeah, and it looks like Captain Zack is having a pretty easy time getting back to stage. I think he realizes what S1 is going for at this point, and he's just getting back to ledge as soon as possible, not really taking any time to, do any other antics.
Yeah, and S1 not out of it yet, though, because Ness is very strong for a young boy.
Yeah, man, that noggin has a lot of power.
So it's going to be interesting to see if he's going to be able to dodge all of the kill options that Bayonetta can present right now. But if he can, I mean, we could definitely see kill around 70%.
Oh, and it looks like that's what Captain Zack's going for. He went from downward side beat to the up angled, and then he tried to go for something like a narrower forward air. I definitely want to see that connect, because that seems like some kind of nasty stuff Captain Zack has been waiting to look for.
And,
or waiting to act on.
S1 establishes himself on the stage.
Oh, man, Captain Zack, what are you going for right now? He's
I don't know.
Playing with his food.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one thing, though, is he's playing with his food, but you got to be careful with Ness, because you never know when...
Ness can bite back hard, man.
Yeah, it's like...
Just like that. Don't go off stage, man. Ness can bite back as hard as possible. That little boy is not as... He's not as innocent as he looks, man.
I know that you guys can't see us right now, but all I am doing is just looking at Hot and Ready, because my goodness, that was a call. It's like when you play with your food, you're gonna get bit back.
Yeah, man,
and my
mom's
goodness,
gonna slap you on the wrist real hard, and it looks like Sakurai, Daddy Sakurai was not having it, man. He said, catch this PK2 real quick. S1 taking a moment to just calm it down. He barely won that game by the skin of his teeth. Let's see if he can win this game. Like with a hard advantage.
Like Vin Diesel says, doesn't matter whether you win by an inch or a mile, winning's winning.
We take those, man, 100%. But I definitely think that's going to be a big rush of adrenaline coming for S1, and it looks like he's going to put it to good use.
I'm shook, man. I was not expecting.
Wait. You saw that nair. But
I
you
did.
See the down air cancel?
Yeah, that was
that cute little down. You're not doing anything with that S1. You're just trying to look cute for stream.
Yeah.
I see you. You're out here.
And I mean, he's. Oh my goodness, he
really
almost got another
here,
one.
He is really
Hey, remember at the top, I said creative punishes, and this man just got one to win game 2. Almost got another one right there. So yeah, do not count S1 yet. Or S1 out yet. My apologies. Like I said, Captain Zack was in such command, but if there's ever been a knock on Captain Zack, it's that he likes to be stylish.
Yeah.
And in going for these stylish kills and going for that sort of flamboyant play,
But the thing I like about S1 is that he's bringing it right back. You saw those down air cancels. You saw that PK2 attempt. He definitely wants to show Captain Zack, hey man, you can be stylish, but I can bring it right back.
Yeah, I mean you can try and be stylish, but don't you try too hard, because I know every trick in the book, and he certainly got him with one of the big ones.
And I love that up air, just stopping Captain Zack straight in his tracks. And it looks like that's what this whole match has been. It's been S1 just kind of keeping Captain Zack in check. But now he's in a bad state.
That's going to be a dead Ness.
Yeah.
All right, so again, best of 5. So S1 will have yet another shot here. Powering up, taking off the weighted clothes. Sweatshirts off.
Showing off that jersey, man. BYOC. Bring your own controller. That's what I'm guessing.
Or computer, maybe.
Bring your own computer. That's what
Controller.
It was for this.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
for like Rocket League and stuff.
Man, have you seen the setups?
It's been pretty sick. Yeah, if you guys
crazy setups.
are obviously, you know, if you're watching at home right now, we're here at the Pheasant Run Resort in St. Charles, Illinois, and the Chicago Gaming Coalition put on a heck of an event here. There is all kinds. This is a video game paradise right now.
Man.
Whether you like fighters, whether you like shooters, even if you just want to play some games, you know, on the side streams.
It's all here.
Yeah, so you can do whatever you want, and that's kind of what Captain Zack's been doing. Is kind of whatever he wants.
Picking and choosing, man. He is saying it's my way. I can have it my way.
And honestly, that's kind of what happened to him in game 2. Is he was trying to do it his way, and it just, you know, the trap got sprung on him.
It burned him back, but you know what? He just kind of said, okay, I'll play what I have to play. And
yeah,
then,
he got serious there in game 3, and unfortunately, S1 just did not have answers at that point. He kept it close for the first stock, but then, as I mentioned earlier, boot to the throat.
Yeah. And it looks like for the second time, he's actually going to get the lead once again from Captain Zack. But Captain Zack, he's going to stay back a little bit more. He's going to throw out those bullet arts, trying to get just a little bit of damage on S1. S1's still going to hold on to stage control, though, and keep Captain Zack in check, like I said. You know, he's going to tell him, hey, man, you got to back off. I'm going to be going hard in the aggression. I'm going to play defensive when I need to as well.
So, I mean, right now, S1 may have found an answer here.
Yeah.
He's got the percentage lead. He's playing pretty carefully, but never actually giving much room to breathe for Zack. But the thing about Bayonetta is that those combos add up damage quick, and you don't need too many of them for them to lead into a kill.
And it looks like right now, Captain Zack has a little bit of a contingency plan. As I was saying, you know, he's staying back in those corners and he's shooting out those bullets, just trying to get as much percentage as he can possible on Ness with the less commitment.
And one thing that I have noticed, though, too, and that I'm sure Captain Zack has, is that every time he does the standing bullets...
Oh, my. Oh, my.
That was complete, like, if he didn't get stage spiked, and he techs it, then that's like the only way he can live. But he either gets stage spike or he goes up on stage and then he gets noggin. Like that was outstanding by S1. But what I was saying is that I think that Captain Zack has noticed that every time he does bullets, S1 has been trying to PK fire him. I don't think either one is going to get a punish off of that. But if
it's kind of like a stalemate.
But if S1 can realize that he's always thinking that it's going to PK fire, he could perhaps get a punish off of it. So
maybe just take that damage and just rush in with the dash.
Exactly. Stay cognizant.
Right. And I love that side B, just getting him right back down the stage. He does not want to be under Ness at all. Seeing as he's at 131% and he has one hell of an up air to take out those stocks, you do not want to be under or above Ness.
Exactly. Ness, you don't really want to be like you don't want to be close to Ness because of grabs. You don't want to be above Ness because of noggin. You don't want to be like in a back air range because that'll ruin your day too. Ness, I mean, it's not to say that Ness doesn't have a lot of options compared to Bayonetta. It's just you have to work a little bit harder to get them. But when you do, big payoffs.
Oh, man, and right there, great play on the platform from S1, but he's going to lose his stock, unfortunately.
That said, he's built already 84%, and though Bayo typically, you know, you're always cognizant of the death touch, it doesn't really matter because it's kind of the same thing right now. One grab, one bad spot that Bayonetta's in, and it can be over. So we could definitely see a Game 5 here. S1 as sort of at least, if he doesn't have the answer key, he at least studied for the test.
Yeah, he definitely is. He's pushing Captain Zack to his limits right now, forcing Captain Zack to his zap. And Captain Zack is realizing not bullet arts. Bullet arts is really not going to help him in this situation. He really has to go on and get that percent.
That's going to put him off stage, and he's gotten a lot of his kills and a lot of his damage from those PK Thunders.
Ooh, and there it is, just calling him out, man. I have never seen a Ness give a Bayonetta such a hard time in the air of all places.
Yeah, and I mean, you kind of mentioned, you know, the up air, the noggin. You don't want to be above him. Captain Zack tried to approach from the air, and all it took was, you know, a very quick short hop into up air, and that was all she wrote. So we're actually going to be pushing to a Game 5, something that I personally would not have predicted based on Game 1.
Yep.
But now we're here.
I'm going to a place as Battlefield. I actually really like this choice from Captain Zack because he realizes he needs to last a little bit longer on the stage because of those extended blast zones. He doesn't want to die to Ness's up air as early as he's been on Town and City.
Just a quick note. This is the first different stage that we've been to in 7 straight games.
Wow.
Going back to the last set.
That is crazy.
Wow, that was like max distance grab. That was like max distance grab when he did that PK Thunder.
And let's see what Captain Zack can do against S1 on ledge. Looks like S1's just getting a quick forwarder to get himself back into the center stage.
And the disjoint on that is nice. It's you know, it's psychokinetic, so you don't really have to put yourself at risk there. So it's going to be kind of tough. Again, went for the bullet arts, actually held at that time, but still drew a PK fire out. So
and there you go. S1 actually didn't go for the PK fire for the second time. He went in for a dash attack, something a little bit different. He was definitely being cognizant right there.
Yeah, he recognized it for sure. Unfortunately, didn't get any sort of punish on it, but at least, you know, he's showing that, yeah, I can do that option. Try it again, Zack. We'll see what happens next time.
But I think it's just Captain Zack realizing the spacing and knowing that Ness is a little bit too slow to get to the punch. There's an up smash. Quick punish right there, and it's going to take the stock.
That was nice because that's like the 4th or 5th time that S1 tried to do the PK Thunder and then just grab the ledge. Like he set it towards the stage, and Zack's like, enough. Enough.
No. You're not doing that again. And it looks like it's going to be a repeat of these first 2 games. Captain Zack in another amazing lead.
But will he finish? Like, that's the important thing. Is that's what happened to him in game 2? Is that
he's definitely not going off stage. That's for sure, man. He already knew what happened. He knows the consequences.
I mean, he might now that he has 2 stocks.
Yeah, he wants to be stylish. Maybe we'll see something crazy.
Like I said, as tilted as that can sometimes make his opponents, as you know, much enjoyment he gets out of putting on that flare, it has bit him in the butt. We saw it already in this set. We've seen it in the past. I think, though, that is out of his system. He realizes that S1 is a bit too dangerous to try and do that to.
I don't know, man. As you said, he might go for it with the 2 stocks. He can. It's game 5. You want to go out with a bang, right? They've gone this far. You might as well make it something.
Let's hope that bang isn't a PK Thunder 2, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Oh, love that down tilt into back throw. Great confirm, real quick, just rolling behind.
Super Saiyan %, man. That's what it does for you.
Wow, what a great air dodge, just a snap ledge.
No, actually, you heard the.
Yeah, he did throw the PK Thunder, but that forward smash is going to catch. You saw S1 was trying to be a little bit tricky, but I think it just gave Captain Zack more time to prepare himself.
Kind of tricked himself on that one.
You played yourself, man. Sometimes. Captain Zack played himself going out for the edge guard, and S1 played himself on game 5 going for the recovery. So
that was a good set, though.
I liked it. It was a nail biter, man.
Yeah, that was S1 showed a lot of resiliency there. Took advantage of the somewhat less, like, he didn't want to end it at that point. Did Captain Zack in game 2? Like, he wanted to try and extend it, do something cool. He paid for it.
Yeah.
And then game 3, we saw, I mentioned boot on the throat, really took it to him, but then S1 made a lot of good adjustments.
It was a big wave of just like